What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this episode of English Turks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And today we're talking about Menajerimi Ara, episode 15. Whoa, guys. So this episode ended on it's an important note, but nothing like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch it till next week. But it was still a good episode. Dijale got her job back. Serkan, of course, we knew she wasn't going to take the job. Everyone knew it. And Serkan knew it too, I think. I think he just did it to try. And then when she refused, then he put the information in the paper basically saying that Barış left Beren for Dijale. And so now Dijale has become somewhat of a famous person now because everybody's trying to figure out who this girl is that Barış left Beren for. But honestly, like, Dijale is 10 times prettier than Barış. I don't say that to be rude to Beren, but like, I just can't get over that haircut. Please, someone do Beren's hair. OMG, I can't with that hair. But anyway, let's keep talking about the episode. It should have been called When Parents Come to Town, because not only did Dijale's mom show up, but so did Chinar's parents. They showed up, and Chinar's mom is like trying to get Chinar married and done with, which I don't know why, but I just keep feeling that Chinar might end up with Fetish. I don't know. I feel like that's where it's headed, but who knows? So anyway, he actually ends up being with his parents for a few days, and on one of the nights that they're there, he gets a call from Judale, who wants to bring a file to him, and the mother gets the phone call, and she invites Judale over, and now she's like basically planning the wedding in the back of her mind, and Chinar's like, calm down, wait a minute, like, we're just talking, there's nothing really going on yet, but we'll see what happens in that retrospect. As for Dijale, her mom is kind of upset because she's seeing that Dijale is involved in all of this stuff. And then Dijale's friend, aka roommate, also told the mom about Dijale having been fired and that her job is not really as steady as they think because they didn't give her an opportunity to explain herself. So, of course, Dijale's mom is a bit worried. As for Kiraj, I think he's very proud of Dijale for handling her own affairs, but at the same time, he's really taking on this father role because you remember when the news came out, he wanted to do something, and he's like, on one hand, there's Beren, and on the other hand, there's you. And so that puts her in the daughter place, because remember before, he would only be concerned about Beren, but now he's concerned about both of them. Now, Beren, of course, is just as stubborn as usual, and really clueless not to see that she's actually being used, but at the same time, we see that Serkan's really trying to play this chessboard by manipulating the situation with Barış. So it looks like he's always at Barış's aid, when in fact he's the one that's starting all these issues for Barış. And now that he's hired the brother, it makes it even worse. Plus, he played the brother's debt, so now he's indebted to Serkan, and it's going to be really difficult because at the end of the day, I think Barış is going to end up having to go to the other agency. I even thought that when he went out with Dijale, which I'll get back to that in a few, but for right now, when he went and had the conversation with Dijale, I thought in his mind, he was thinking, well, if I leave the company and I go to this other company, then that would not make an issue for Dijale. I can date Dijale because we wouldn't be in the same, she wouldn't be going against the rules of her job. But so far that's not the case, and I don't think that Dijale would take that anyway. The same thing. Plus it's just, I want to say a lot about that, but I just know that probably in his thoughts he realized that if he did do that, Dijale would probably be upset with him, and then at the same time, like, it's just unsure, just an unsurety about that whole thing. But hopefully Fetish was giving him a lot of attention in the beginning. I mean, but she does have other artists that she has to work with. So, I mean, he's not a baby. He's a grown behind man. He just needs help managing his acting career, and that's what Fetish is there for. But Serkan is trying to step in and try to be like this, I'm so much more concerned about you than Fetish is kind of deal. And now that he's hired the brother, I mean, it's going to be a mess. Let's see what's going to happen in the next video, because Kiraj has now approached Serkan, because Serkan is actually trying to, well, he's manipulated Beden into thinking she received such a great script. And maybe it is a good script, but the only issue with the script is that she'll have to have an intimate scene with another guy, and it's like an 18+ movie, so obviously they might be having to film intercourse or whatever. And Beden is so clueless. She really thinks that Serkan has her back when he really has his own agenda, and it looks like Kiraj just kind of figured that out. And I think, like, he's the one that's saying, not Kiraj, but Serkan. Serkan's the one that's saying, like, oh, you really think that I would wait all these years and I want to come back and have revenge and blah, blah, blah. But it's true. Kiraj is telling the truth, and you know it. So we'll see what happens in the next Dizzy. I think it was a great episode. I always love watching it. I love watching Barish and Dijole whenever they do have scenes together. And yes, okay, I almost didn't say it, but I'm going to say it. Every intimate moment Barish has with Dijole is just, oh my gosh. So, like, he's like caressing her face because he's trying to wipe the cinnamon off her face, but OMG, you could just feel the intimacy in that moment. And, oh gosh, it's going to be a long road before they can ever get back together. Or, I mean, not get back together, but get together. And I am here for the ride. Are you guys? Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in the next podcast. Thanks for listening to this podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Feel free to subscribe to this podcast channel, and also feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post videos there. And if you would like, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, where we post all our social media updates. Talk to you guys soon.